Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you to the two people that are currently here. Hello Brick and hello Aaron. Today we are parting out set 40371, which is these Easter egg bunny chick things. Yeah. We'd originally thought that we were gonna like save these and maybe resell them or something, but they haven't appreciated very much, so we're just gonna part them out instead. We're also gonna be getting wings at some point, but primarily we're gonna be parting these out. Evan will be here in just a second. He's trying to figure out how chat works. Hello Arno. Hello Bradshaw. Thank you for a $3 super chat already. That's great. Thank you.
Wow, Bradshaw Studio. Thank you. Hello,
Hello, Evan.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Hello, Brick on the Block. Hello, everyone. Hopefully the audio is good. We are currently not using any good mic, so it's hopefully good enough, I guess.
We're not using camera audio, right?
We are.
We are using camera audio.
It's the built-in little mic on the camera, which is why it's going to be iffy. Arno is from Germany. Cool. Brick on Block says I texted you on Discord yesterday or so. Are you talking to me or Paul? I don't think I got anything, although it's possible.
I get a lot of messages.
Unless they're talking to each other. They might be talking to each other.
That's possible.
I'm not entirely sure.
5 people. Thank you, everybody.
8 people.
8 people.
8 people.
Wait, but it says 5 down there.
That one doesn't update.
Oh,
see
okay.
the concurrent viewers up there?
Yes.
That updates, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we can start this and then we'll order. We'll start. I mean, this will be a quick part. I guess we should order food first. That's what we probably should do. So, today's not sponsored by is, what is it? What are we getting?
We are getting Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo
I had to
Wild
look at
Wings.
the title.
Oh, is it? Oh, good. It's in the tile. Cool.
Okay. Let's see. Let me know when you're ready for my order.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Okay, guys, we've got kind of three options here. Should I get the honey BBQ, the Blue Moon BBQ,
Barbecue.
I'm gonna say what I want, okay? Or the mango habanero. Actually, no. I just had dental surgery. I don't want the habanero. Never mind. Then the honey BBQ, the Blue Moon, or
James says get the Blazing Carolina.
I'm good. No, thank you. I'm good. They have a ghost pepper one, but not after just having surgery. Okay. We've got sweet barbecue, honey barbecue, and Blue Moon barbecue. What's the votes there? Nobody's gonna say anything.
No one's gonna answer. James asked a question. Do you know any cheap options for shipping to Canada? I assume you're talking from the U.S. to Canada. Not really. I think USPS, their international, what is it? International package or something like that is just the cheapest, and it's still not cheap. I think it's still like $11 or $12. Actually, the rates just went up. It's probably like $13 now, maybe more. There might be other people here who know a better. Brick on the Block says, "Don't know."
I know it's a tough decision I have to make for myself.
James says, "I need to order spicy stuff to make a spicy chocolate."
What is
bar.
it with you and super spicy stuff?
Yeah,
you seem to have an obsession here. Are you secretly what's his name? The host of the host of Hot Ones?
I don't remember his name, but maybe.
Yeah. Or are you? We were watching these videos on spicy peppers, and there was this guy, really thick accent, and he was eating the Carolina Reapers, and he was like, much flavorful, very very tasteful, very tasteful.
Yeah, very tasteful.
And he was trying so hard to not like break down.
All right, so we're getting Buffalo Wild Wings today. For those of you who are here, welcome to the stream. We're going to be parting out this set, and then we're going to have a... I called this series Chow N Chat.
I think you should have called it not sponsored by.
That's not bad either. But yeah, we're gonna part the set out and stuff. James says it's $35 US for 10 pounds in 4 business days with UPS. A good deal. For 10 pounds, 4 business days... International, probably. Yeah, if it was domestic, U.S. to U.S., I'd say that's a little high. But 35 for international, 10 pounds, 4 days is pretty good, actually. So probably. I would say, yeah, I'd say actually for international, maybe UPS or FedEx or one of those would be better than like the from Florida P.O. Box to my house in Ottawa. Yeah, maybe that might be a good price. I'm not sure. You could shop around a little bit, but that might be close to the lowest you're going to get. Do you know what you want? Have you decided?
Yeah, but you have to give me it first.
No.
Okay. I want
we have to tell everyone.
Okay. I want the Blue Moon barbecue. If it's available, it says it's available for a limited time.
Where is it?
I have no idea. My menu is not the DoorDash menu.
Oh,
I don't have DoorDash.
Is that a type of? Is that a type of wings?
That's a type of sauce that goes on the wings.
Oh, so what wings are you getting? Traditional wings. How many
do
pieces?
They have?
They have 6, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Do they have the option to do all flats?
I don't know. How many do you want though?
We'll go with 10.
Okay, 10. And which sauce did you want?
Not the Blazing Carolina Reaper. How about I don't see it. What was it?
What did you want?
The Blue Moon barbecue. I don't see it though. It says it's available for a limited time, so I guess they don't have it anymore. And then I guess the honey barbecue. Right there.
Honey barbecue. Okay. Would you like a second wing sauce choice?
No, I'm good.
Just all honey barbecue?
Just all honey barbecue. Okay. I'm a simple man.
Okay, honey barbecue. Dipping sauce, blue cheese?
Blue cheese.
Okay. Second dipping sauce and veggie choice.
Ooh, I get veggies?
Yeah, carrots or
okay.
celery
I'll go
celery.
with just celery. Just celery.
All celery?
Yeah, all celery.
Okay. Alright, add order. Okay.
Okay, sweet.
Cool.
I feel like I was just forced
James says
make
the
a
Asian zing sauce. Is that a sauce they have?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting. I'll try a couple sauces here. So
I'm not doing anything spicy because I just had my other wisdom teeth pulled, and I don't think spicy's gonna go well with that. But I was gonna get the mango habanero, but not now.
That does sound pretty good.
It does.
Welcome to the 18 people who are here. If you are fresh, if you're new, or just tuning in, we're going to part out this set here. Actually, Paul, if you want to start opening these, we can do that.
Yeah.
We're going to part out this set, and then we're ordering dinner right now. And if we have enough people and stuff, we can continue talking towards the end of this. We'll eat our wings and stuff as we are having dinner. I don't know what I'm going to get yet.
You should get the Asian Zing.
Okay.
It was recommended by a fan.
Okay. I will try Asian Zing. We'll see what that is. And what else should I get?
These are so dusty. They've been here for forever.
Yeah, we've had these sets since I think April. I calculate, well, most of them since April. One of them I got in something like a lot of Lego or something, but most of them, like 7 of them, we got during when they were the promo that Lego had going on back in like April of last year. I'm gonna try spicy garlic. That sounds good. I'm gonna do the Asian Zing and spicy garlic, and we'll go half carrots, half celery.
Half and half?
I am doing half and half. I'm doing celery and carrots. And then I would like some fries or something as well.
Oh, wait, that was an option?
No, you have to get it separate. It is what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it comes with fries.
I think I want fries as well.
You do?
Yeah, I want tater tots because I'm a big boy.
They have tater tots?
That they did on the menu I was looking at. I think they're called taters, or maybe they're called tots.
Oh, they have burgers too. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that it's the Fat Burger burgers because it's the same place. I don't know if that's just the one that's near us, or if all of them are like that.
Oh, I think you're right. I think it is the same place, actually.
But I have no idea if that's just that one.
James asked, where's the other guy? Kyle, I think, is working today.
Yeah.
Most likely. What did you want? Tater tots? Oh.
If those are an option, yeah.
Yeah, there are tater tots. We'll get a large tater tots. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tater tots are real man's French fries.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to get you a small tater tot. Or I guess I have to get you a normal tater tot. And I'll get myself a normal tater tot. There's no kids tater tot now. Would you like cheese options?
Oh, yes.
They cost more.
Oh.
American, blue cheese crumbles, cheddar, pepper jack, queso, cheddar jack.
I think I will have...
Or no cheese.
I will have queso.
Queso.
Yeah,
you
queso.
Got it. All right, you're going to have queso on your tater tots. Do you want any dry seasoning additions? They have buffalo,
are those
Chipotle
extra?
barbecue, desert heat, lemon pepper, salt and vinegar. No?
How about you pick one?
How about I pick one?
You pick one.
All right, you better like this. All right, we're going to add that to cart.
I reserve the right to complain. Kaylee wants to know which flavor is the Louisiana rub.
She did.
Oh.
And then she retracted her comment there. I don't think anyone knows which one was like that. I don't know. All right, tater tots.
Okay, here. Oh, I'm sorting them.
Sort by bag. What are you doing? We're
I have
out.
no idea what I'm doing. Let me clear my workspace here and get into the focus. Okay. Normally this is done standing, and so I've become all messed up now.
Right, this is weird. Mr. Chills-A-Lot, welcome. Streams are super late. I know, I apologize. It's 3 p.m. our time. So, sorry if the bags are very baggy. I don't know. Millennium Brick says, have you guys found clearance recently? Very little. We went a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now.
And we got a massive haul.
Yeah, very small haul. Not much. So no, unfortunately, in Southern California, there does not appear to be a ton of clearance.
What?
Is the bag open? Bag's open. That's good.
Uh-oh.
Or not good.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
Okay, so I am going to, I think, order this now. And then when it arrives, we can eat it. Because that's how it works.
I'm going to do the small ones first.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you.
No problem. You know, my new phone has like the Face ID, and it always, I just go to check the time, and it decides it wants to unlock because it sees my face, and it's too fast, and so I can't see the time.
Your screen changes after it unlocks? Oh. So with Apple, it'll unlock, but you still have to swipe up to open.
Oh,
so you
no,
still,
mine
so like
just...
you can still read all your notifications on here and stuff.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Mine just goes.
Interesting. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
My case, I bought. Most waterproof cases go for a pretty penny. I found one for like $8, so I was like, sweet, and I got exactly what I paid for. I think it's like heavily water resistant.
Well, yeah, nothing's waterproof, but like. Interesting.
But I'm a little frustrated that the fingerprint doesn't go through it. Because it's supposed to be an ultrasonic fingerprint, so I assume that because it's using sound waves, it'd be able to penetrate.
Oh, you have a thing on front of the screen.
No, it's underneath the screen. The fingerprint.
No. I mean you have the plastic cover over the screen.
Waterproof. The whole case is like tight.
So your phone, could you go in the pool with your phone?
As it is right now, yes.
Could you go in your pool with the phone, no case?
I don't know. I'm not actually 100% certain. I know that it's supposed to be technically waterproof, but it's not going to be as waterproof as it is in a case. Because this case is a diving case. So in theory, I wouldn't actually want to take a dive because, like I said, it's $8.
Because like my phone is water resistant because it's never proof up to like 10 meters or something or whatever.
I don't know. This one's supposed to be like pretty deep and a lot of high pressure, but
Interesting. Brick on the Block says, please try to say these words. Respectfully, I'm not going to, just because I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to translate that or pull that or whatever. So respectfully, I'm going to say no. And I have a hard time with English, so another language isn't going to pan out.
I did not get an iPhone 12. I have a Galaxy S10, which
it's got to be like waterproof.
I guarantee.
Although if you Face ID, why do you need the fingerprint?
Because the secure password autofill requires biometrics for certain things.
Requires both.
You can't use Face ID for it.
What? Really?
You can for some things, but I can't for like my bank. I can't for a lot of like in-app authentication.
Oh, that sucks.
But then again, I can for some. So it's really strange.
Interesting. Yeah, with Apple, I mean, we don't have Touch ID anymore. It's just Face ID currently, or on my device at least, but Face ID pretty much unlocks. It'll auto... Oh.
I mean, I'm sure there's a setting somewhere. There's so many settings on this thing.
Yeah, I feel like you would be able to, like... Although maybe the app developer of that app might need to accept it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, I can't on Wells Fargo, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah,
so I have to type in my super long, like, most of my passwords are not super secure, I'll be honest. But my bank is just one of those, like, super long ones.
Uh-huh.
And I have to 2, 4, 8.
Apparently I'm opening all 8 bags. Not something we usually do.
Oh, should I do that for this? I'm going to do that for this.
I have an iPhone 12, James. James says, nice, I have the S20 Ultra. That's the new one that just came out, right? Is that the one that came out?
Yeah.
Or very recently?
Yeah.
Quoting says, watching live while picking a 1.7 thousand item order should... Oh, no, our computer just went to sleep. Should be here a while.
You're closer.
I picked a... I know, I gotta go. I picked a 8,000 piece order. 8,440 or something like that. It's like a number I'll never forget. Very big order. Took a long time.
You did that in one day, didn't you? You did that?
Yeah,
was that on stream?
No. I figured I'd do it in one sitting. It took maybe like... I don't actually remember how long it took, but it wasn't like a whole day or anything. It was just like a long... You just gotta like focus. Sit down, focus, or stand up, focus, and power through it. But it's... There's a lot of pieces for sure. Benefit to that that I like. Brick on the Block says password is password 123. I've actually done it before where on like an account where it's like, oh, I'm never going to access this. I just need a temporary thing for a moment and I'll delete this account later. I won't do password, but I will do some sort of typo form of password. So like maybe it's PASSWORK123 or something.
There goes all your
like
information.
Password. No, I mean it's all. I don't have anything like that. But I'll do some sort of like thing where it's like you need to make a stupid password. Because on a lot of accounts where sites, I guess, where I'm concerned about
that
site's privacy, I'm like, I'm not going to do any password that's like an actual password here.
What sometimes I'll do is I will shift the URL. So if it's Reddit or something, then I will know that R is a certain number, and then I'll shift it over or something like that.
What do you mean shift it over?
Shift it over on the keyboard. So find a number, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, this is random, I don't actually have a Reddit account, so good luck. But let's just say I'm doing Reddit, right? And R. So I will know that R is a certain number in the alphabet, right? So I'll go and pick that number, and then I'll shift it over to the amount of numbers that are in the URL. So if it's Reddit, that's RED, whatever it is.
What do you mean shifted over though?
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right?
That's not how you... What?
Okay, you have a keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I want to shift it, let's just say it's muscle memory, but
right.
let's just say I want to go W, right? And I'm shifting it over by 1. It then becomes Q.
Oh, you shift the letter over.
But I
based
use it
on the
using
number
the number.
of the...
So
gotcha,
if it's Reddit,
gotcha.
then I go find R in the alphabet. I don't know actually what number that is off the top of
In
my
the alphabet
head.
or on the keyboard, and then from
No,
R
no.
you would go over like 6, so you go E, W, Q, P, O, and then it ends at I or something?
No, I do it in 2 layers. So I first find R.
I think
and
this
then,
is super complicated.
And then I will add the total amount of digits in the URL. I mean the total amount of letters in the base URL. And then I'll shift it over that many times, find that letter, and then shift it again. If you understand what I'm saying. It's easier to show.
No. Yeah, I'm sure it is, because I have no clue what you said. But also, did you just give away all your passwords?
No, because that's not what I do. Also, I don't have a Reddit account.
Okay.
You're assuming I have...
Yeah, Brick on the Block, I'm confused as well. I have no clue. Yeah, quoting says a password manager sounds a whole lot easier. That's what I do. It's
okay, I think
it's
I'm
all
missing a piece.
pretty much all randomly generated password. And
See, I can't remember those, though.
I can't remember those either, but you can look them up.
But what if I need to log in on someone else's device?
You
and
look
I
it
don't
up.
have my device. Which happens a lot,
You're
because
out
I
of luck
lose a
then.
lot of stuff.
I don't know. Arno said this, and I saw this in a comment, I think. It says, what about buying some cameras for the area, like the picking table, the middle picking station, and streaming the whole day? And you're in your store, if you're picking an order, you can switch the camera and stuff. Thought about that, but the truth is, while we're picking an order or whatever, it's very productive if we're not on camera. If you're on camera and the second you see a chat or anything, it's very distracting, and then it takes forever, and it would take us a lot more time to do stuff. Like right now, I'm trying to talk. Haven't done anything in front of me, like at all. So
if you want that to happen, then get enough people to go to the Patreon that the Patreon income exceeds the store income, and then we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So in addition to that, that'd be an expense we'd have to go purchase, because the cameras we use right now aren't permanent cameras that stay in the store. They get used for other things outside the store as well. So right now, it's not like we can dedicate these cameras 100% of the time to just set them up. So if we go buy some cameras and stuff, and then in addition to that, you need to run it into a mixer, and you have to have a stream going the whole time. It's a lot more complicated than just... I mean, it's actually not terribly complicated. It's just like it pulls a lot of resources consistently. And on top of that, like, I don't know that I would necessarily want a camera in here like the entire time. Like, you get at that point, there's no privacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. You can't do anything. Like, what if?
Yeah. I mean, what if we want to film a surprise video or something like that?
That's true, actually. There's a lot of things like that I didn't think about. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we shoot where you don't see it until it comes out. So that wouldn't work either. Yeah, we did. Someone talked about that at one of. I think it was you that brought it up or something, and just once we went through it, it didn't quite work out. But it is something fun, because I know people like to just see how the store operates, which is why I think the vlog videos that we've been posting recently, like every month or every week, are starting to get kind of popular, because you can kind of watch what we've done over the week, even though it's not like a 2-hour thing. Hey Jack, welcome to the stream. Arna says, without talking, only music, if you're only picking orders. Yeah, I don't know. In addition to that, it could affect the way YouTube sees our channel, based on the number of people that view that content, or consistently view that content, or more importantly, based on the lack of views that content gets, or the lack of overall watch time on that and stuff.
If you're running a 24/7 stream and not very many people are chatting or interacting, then the revenue on it is pretty bad. Also, I don't know if you can have multiple...
Oh, no.
I don't know if you can have multiple streams going at the same time on a channel.
Oh, you can't. Interesting. Actually, yeah, so... So if we were to do a stream like this, we'd have to shut the other stream down ahead of time then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brick on the Block says, by the way, the thumbnail is still Harry Potter Castle. It's not. Here's the thing. Whenever we create a stream, you have to select, or you don't have to, you can create new, but it's much easier to select the settings from a previous stream. And then it gives you the option, you can change the title and the thumbnail before you click it to like make it so everyone can see it. But whenever you change the thumbnail, it never saves that setting, no matter when you click whatever the next button is. So I create it, then after I create it, it always uses the old thumbnail, even though I've uploaded the new one and it says it's ready, and then I instantly have to switch it to the new thumbnail. So like once I create it and the stream's live, or not live to you, but it's scheduled, then real quick I go change the settings so that people like you, and I think you were the first one here, so you probably clicked it right when you saw that notification. Now the thumbnail should be the right one. Actually, I'm pretty confident it is the correct one. Where it's a new one, it's not. But for whatever reason, every single time, it'll always be an old thumbnail. It's very disappointing. Mr. Chills a Lot says, today I started a course that really interests me, and I was able to calculate how thick a piece of lead compared to, for example, aluminum has to be to block a certain percentage of photon radiation. That's pretty cool, actually. Very interesting. Started a course. What is your? I think we've asked this before, actually. What your major and stuff is, and you're the one, I believe, who wants to come to the United States after you're finished there. I think. Arno says, I've literally watched your 7-hour stream 5 times. That is dedication right there. That is insane. I haven't watched that stream once.
I can't say that I've ever watched a piece of content that's 7 hours.
True, actually. I have never watched a 7-hour thing. I don't think.
Actually, I have watched The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings back to back.
But they're different pieces of content.
Okay,
because, I mean, if you're sick and you're watching Netflix the entire day or something,
yeah,
technically you've watched that many hours of content, but not one piece of content. There's not many 7-hour things out there, actually.
True.
There are those 10-hour remixes of songs and stuff that, you know.
Yeah.
Which maybe the Epic Sax guy we've done, we've, like, listened to for a period of time.
That takes me back.
Yeah. What a great song.
How long is Bandersnatch if you do every...
all at once?
Every possibility, yeah.
Oh, you can't do every possibility at the same time, though.
No, but it offers you the ability to go back after you reach an ending.
Well, I don't know, actually, considering there's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
Or there's not so many, but there's, like, a lot of them. I don't know.
So that might be... Actually, no, that's not 7 hours. Because I think I did that in one night.
The whole thing? Like
Yeah.
over and over again?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Alex Garcia says, 10-hour sea shanty old musical Runscape remix is a slapper. There's a lot of 10-hour things that are like, why? But they're
10
awesome.
hours of that guy screaming.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one, actually.
Yeah.
It's that song, I don't remember what it is. It's shot on a western set, and mountains and snow and stuff, and it's very weird, but there's this old man, and I don't remember his name, and I know he's kind of famous, but he sings in the sky, and he's just like, it's not singing, it's screaming. Like tunes.
And not like metal.
I'm sure you guys have seen it, or a few people have seen it, but it's a good one. Mr. Chills a Lot says, I'm probably taking summer course at Berkeley, but don't know if I'll actually do education after I'm done. Oh, interesting. Arno says, I don't mean 24/7, but you're only picking order for something not special. If you would have 4 different cameras on the same time, you could put 4 cameras in the 4 corners. Yeah.
I mean, something we have thought about is just having a passive recording and then editing that into something similar to the vlog content. The issue with that is that's a lot of footage to process. And, like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, the stream is the easiest option. The downside, I guess, would be, like, it lowers the value of, like, this stream, for example. Not that this is the highest value stream we do and stuff. Like, I think other people like other stuff more, and everyone has their preference. But I think having consistent or constant streams, like weekly or daily, actually, not weekly, it would lower, when you see that notification and see just a brick in the bucket is streaming.
Just a bucket in the brick.
Just a bucket in the brick. Just a brick in the bucket is streaming. I feel like your excitement, I guess, would go down every time.
Well, I mean, I think that kind of depends, because there are lots of people that stream professionally that do so every day. But I mean, I guess we're in a pretty different market, so.
No, I think the reason it would go down would be because you never know if it's just going to be them standing there picking orders and no talking and stuff.
True.
Versus, like, you'd have to go click on it and see exactly what it is, I think. Because the title probably, like... I don't think you ever want to title a video just a security camera of us picking orders.
I mean, we could always... but that's going to be the video that gets, like, 5 million views.
Yeah, that's true.
We could always set up a lo-fi hip-hop...
Station?
For studying station and, bring in the money there.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't think it is the same place because it's all the way over there.
Interesting.
So
Are you sure that you got from the same one?
That was the only option.
Oh, huh.
To answer the question for those who asked, what are we partying out? We're partying out this set right here. This is set 40371. It's the little Easter chick set. This was a promo set back in April. Maybe March and April of last year. And we're finally, it's almost been a year, we're getting around to it. Quoting says, I recently set up a barcode system like you showed on video. Did you ever code the tab multiplier program to auto move through the remarks? Never got that done. I'm not a coder. I couldn't do that. I've asked Kaylee to do that. She hasn't done it yet. We've asked Kyle to do it. Kyle hasn't done it yet. So we still have to click through every remark.
I know how to do it.
Yeah, I can't do it. So I'll flat out say I can't do it. I want to. And I love that when you scan it, it just jumps to the next remark field as opposed to whatever. But no, unfortunately, we have not done that. Ryan says, I don't know if you remember me, but back in early January, I told you I got up to 300 orders in 1 month from the help of your videos. Now I'm almost up to 550 orders since December 8th when I opened. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Great job.
Can you tell me how you're getting so many orders? Because this is a great month for us. This is, I think, we have record number of orders this month, but nowhere near 550 orders in the past 2 months. I mean, that's crazy.
How big is your store? Because you could have opened with a lot of lots.
True, yeah. What's your secret, if you're willing to share that? Brick on Block says, when are the voice chats coming on Discord? Right after this, correct? Is that the plan? Or?
Yeah, I think we were going to launch it and hang out for a couple minutes.
Yeah, so I think after this stream, is it easy to make a channel? Or,
yeah, it'll take 5 seconds.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll do it after this. So that would be pretty cool. And I guess if you guys want, we'll hang out for a little bit, 15, 20 minutes in there with you guys right after the stream. We can talk and chat and stuff, which I think will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that'll be kind of fun. And then maybe if this is something else, something we've talked about with Patreon is doing a monthly thing. So if you are watching and you're part of the Patreon, first of all, thank you. And then second of all, I think this might be something, depending on how today goes, that we'll start some sort of voice thing where monthly we can have this kind of little chat with people, which I think would be fun. I just need to see if it's worth it, if people feel like it's
something that is worth that money.
Something that's worth doing, yeah. We're actually really we're pushing Patreon now.
Yeah, we want to put a lot more content up there. Yeah. I mean, I think we'll all admit that we've been slacking a little in that department. And we've been brainstorming and we've come up with some pretty good ideas. I think there's already 2 or 3 small little things up there, right? I was scrolling through it the other day and I saw some dates that were more recent.
Yeah. We started posting again. It was before the most recent couple. I think it was back like mid-December that we posted. So now it's going to be more of a weekly, at least a weekly thing, and stuff because of.
There is also an exclusive Patreon chat in the Discord.
Yeah.
So if you join Patreon, you can go there, and there's some really great people in there. So, well, all of our Patreon, all of our patrons are great people, but
yeah. I saw another question here. Ryan says it's only 10,000 pieces.
Well, what are you doing?
Brick is his store, but Brick, BRICK-BRYK. How many lots do you have? Brick, or Ryan? Mr. Chilslaw asks, are you keeping the train promo set from earlier this year as an investment? I guess so. Yeah. We only have one, I think, currently somewhere, which isn't... Right now, it's not really worth our time, I don't think, to sit down and part out just a single set. So we probably probably won't do that. Might list it in our store, actually. That's probably not a bad idea. We'll list it at, like, the 3 times value we want for it, which will be way overpriced, but if someone buys it, they buy it. And then over time, if the price value goes up, then it'll be fine.
You know, speaking of, I think that we should list some of the sets that are in our backlog.
That's what we were doing for a little while, and then it got too difficult for us to remember to take them out of the inventory before we parted them out, which never caused a problem, fortunately.
But it could have.
But it could have caused a problem if we were like, oh, well, sorry.
There's a very easy way to fix that. It's called big yellow, green, orange, whatever neon printout over the thing saying...
Remove set from online inventory.
Just like you track your hours.
Right. So we track our hours here. Correction. I track my hours here. Paul and Kyle slack a little bit. So I stuck all these stickers that says track your hours, like by the back door, by this table, inside the shipping container where we bring to the thing.
I would like to say, though, usually when you don't track your hours, it benefits you immensely. Because so how the Excel spreadsheet calculates it is if you forget to clock out, it will just assume that you worked 24 hours.
Yeah, you were there for the whole day then.
And so he'll forget to clock out. And so I'll come over and he'll say, Evan worked 200 and something hours this week. And I'm like, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, so then I'm like, oh, okay, when did I leave? But at least I have like I'm further through it than you and Kyle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. We're trying to track our hours to figure out exactly. James says, do you have a punch clock? No, we have a spreadsheet we type a number into.
I wanted a like scan thing or like a card thing.
That would be cool.
Or just an app, but it's all expensive.
But also, it would be easy. I mean, it's not hard to type in the numbers. The key is you just need to remember. Like, you literally, I mean, it's very simple.
Yeah.
But,
Mr. Chilslot wants to know if Kyle and I have other jobs. No, well, Kyle does. He is a sunglass salesperson. Yeah. Evan and I do this.
No. He's a used sunglass salesman.
Sorry.
No, that's not true. No. But that makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a technical job. I mean, I don't have an official job, but I do, like, contracting work. Like film contracting work or broadcast work. But I don't have any sort of consistent thing. Though, my life has never been consistent, I guess, in terms of, like,
You worked at Target for a little bit.
I did work at Target for a short period of time. Didn't last long.
You got COVID from it?
I got sick at Target, yes. And then I was like, you know what? This is... Actually, here's what happened. I think I've told this. I might not have told this before. Got a job at Target. A few weeks in, I was like, you know what? Every day I would get something that says a new coworker got sick, like a text or whatever. It says all these people got it. And I was like, okay, no, this is stupid. So I put my 2 weeks in. I'm quitting. About 5 days into my 2 weeks, I start not feeling well. I'm like, oh, you know. So, yeah. Yep. That's how my Target experience went.
And that's why the kitchen's still not done.
And that is... The kitchen's close. It's actually really close.
Have you sanded down... Have you leveled that one yet?
I'm waiting for the edges to... I'm hoping the edges are completely done. I've said this, I know, before. But... Yes, Mr. Chills a lot. That's why Kyle wears sunglasses so much. He has like a different... For every day of the month.
He gets free sunglasses through work.
Right. So he gets a different sunglasses every day.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but... Yeah. Yeah, James said, do you have a punch clock? We do not. Arno says, example, you come in at 10 a.m. to the store and you go live. The upper right could be the big table, the lower right could be the packing station, and the rest cameras point at the bins. Maybe, we've talked about it. Right now, I don't think there's any plans for that. I think we have other things that are priorities before setting that up. First and foremost, I think, obviously, lot count and Patreon are the two things we're focusing on at the moment.
Yeah, and used soon. Well, I guess that's part of...
I think... I don't know if we haven't mentioned our goals for February, which will come out in the next vlog, so I think we'll leave that kind of out there as to what we're planning on doing. But, yeah, and then Arno says, if you're doing something important, dark the cameras or stop the stream. I don't know about that. We'll see. James says, so you pay each other by the hour.
We don't.
Yes and no.
Yeah, in theory.
In theory, yes, but also it's based on ownership percentage, and then it's really not necessarily hours. So if you come in here and you spend 10 hours, and everyone else spends 5 hours, it doesn't actually matter if you spent 10 hours and they spent 5. That's equivalent to if you spent 1,000 hours and they spent 500. It's really based on a percentage of the work that was done that month.
Yeah, we take a total lump sum and then divide it up based on hours.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily like if you come in and you work a day, you're for sure going to make, minimum wage, whatever, $15 an hour or something. It's a little different than that because we're owners and stuff. Hello, Toby. Welcome to the stream. Brick on Block says, do you guys watch M&R Productions? Yes and no. I've seen videos. I don't consistently follow him. I'd actually say I don't consistently follow a ton of YouTubers anymore. Or a ton of Lego YouTubers.
I don't really consistently follow any YouTubers.
Yeah. It's inconsistent for me. I'll watch it and then I won't watch it, and then I'll watch it and then I won't watch it. It's not like not a thing where I always watch it. Our order's been picked up. It's on the way.
Oh, sweet.
Should be here within 15 minutes. So if you're just joining us, we ordered Buffalo Wild Wings today.
Yes. Last time we were not sponsored by Wingstop. Today we're not sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. So we're currently parting out this set right here, the little chick, the Easter chick, and then after, which one more bag. I don't know. You'll probably. Well, I might finish before you. We'll see. But once that comes, we will probably won't upload these until after the stream because I don't feel like you guys want to hear beep boop on every barcode we see.
Well, also one of us will always have to be back there. So.
Right. The audio will be a mess and stuff, I think, on that one. So we won't do that. Don't do that on stream.
I almost just thought you were going to say not today, and I was getting really excited. My least favorite part of operating the store is taking them and putting them on the wall. I'll say that. I mean, I have a favorite part of the store too. Yeah, I have a favorite part of the store, but putting them back. You see, I'm not the most athletically inclined, and doing that many squats in one day.
It's good for you, actually.
I've noticed it getting easier. So
hello, Zachary. Welcome to the stream. We're doing well. I'm doing well. Paul is currently complaining, as always.
As I do. I should become a lobbyist. That'd be the perfect job for me.
Mr. Chislot says, did you know about the Hyatt Regency walkway collapse? I didn't hear about that, no. Interesting. Arno says, are you doing something with Ari? No, not currently.
That's the hat you're wearing.
Oh, that's because of the hat I have.
Yeah.
No, not at the moment. But I do have a hat. It's pretty awesome. James P. says that took a long time. I imagine you're talking about the part out. Yeah, it didn't take a long time. We're pretty much ready. Unless you're talking about the food. I don't know what you're talking about. James also says, sometimes I'll sponsor your chow. That'd be cool.
What?
Maybe what we should do is at the end of every stream that we do like this, we will ask everyone, what should we get next time? And then...
they won't sponsor us.
No. But then they can give us suggestions as to what we should get. At the end of the stream, we should actually write it down, and then before next stream, we will decide.
Ooh, that
sounds pretty fun, actually.
Yeah.
So you guys are the ones that actually tell us what to get, indirectly. Mr. Joseph says it wasn't recent, but wondered if you would have studied it in the U.S. Hyatt Regency walkway collapse.
None of us are...
Maybe. But I don't know. I don't...
In history or like in architecture? Because neither of us are architecture majors.
I also think the problem with like the way the news is if you see that there was this walkway collapse. Like today there was a mudslide. Like there's 12 things that happen in one day, and then it's like, oh, it just doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. And then you forget because the next day there's a different collapse of a bridge. Oh, wait a second. Is that the one where they built the bridge and then moved it into place over the freeway, and within like a couple months it collapsed? If that's what you're talking about, I have heard that. Kaylee says 1981, we weren't born. If that's the 1981 one you're talking about, then no. But what was that one? You remember that one? It was a few years ago. It was a big thing, because they built the bridge off-site, because they weren't able to close the road or something. And I think they lifted it into place, put it down, and then it only lasted a couple weeks. This wasn't that long ago. Kaylee says that was in Florida. Yeah, that was not super long ago. Maybe a couple years, maybe, I think. But yeah, that one was interesting. Alright, how should we do this? Half and half? I'll take 4 bags, you take 4, we'll mix the things again?
Yeah.
Okay. We could actually race on this, technically.
You're gonna win.
There shouldn't be any doubles. No?
There shouldn't be.
No, because the bags aren't numbered. I'm going to do what I tell you never to do. Just pile the bags up in a spot. I get mad at Paul all the time, but consistently about the bag thing. Because he will come in, part out a set, leave the bags on the table or the floor, upload the set, whatever, and just leave for the day. Doesn't clean up his mess after himself.
It's not because I'm intentionally leaving a mess.
It's because the terrible trash can with the bags.
Yeah,
No. We have the trash can specifically for Lego bags. It is terrible because you put 4 bags in there, the whole trash can is full. And you can squish it down. You have tons of room.
It's just going to come back up.
But the second you squish it down, you have to pull your hand out, close the lid because the...
We're parting out 8 sets, by the way.
Yeah, we're parting out 8 of these. But yeah, it's pretty terrible, that trash can. It's the worst trash can we have.
I think we need a compactor.
We do need a compactor. The problem is, again, the plastic that won't stay down. You can compact it as much, but there's no like...
What about a heat compactor? So it fuses all the... all the... yeah.
Why did you do that? I guess I can stack mine up too. I'm gonna need some big drawers.
James says if you reuse the bags, it's free packing material.
Yeah, that is true. We've thought about that.
It's unfortunately probably more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, it's the speed with that generally is not worth it, especially on days where we have a large quantity of orders. But that is something we've talked about, and I know a lot of sellers do that, but we do not.
And I mean, just something that I've noticed a lot of people, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with it because everybody starts somewhere, and I mean, we make lots of mistakes, but a lot of younger business owners tend to forget that time is quite literally money. I mean, I know lots of people say that. But, like, in reality, it is. You might be saving a couple dollars on not purchasing stuff, but if you're spending an extra 2 hours putting these bags together, then is that hourly rate? Because you're essentially paying yourself for that labor, right? You could be doing something else. You could be working another job. You could be X, Y, and Z. Is the hours that you're spending... saving those couple dollars worth more than those couple dollars?
Okay, we can't combine that yet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, Toby said last stream I was asking about label printers. I did some research into the Rollo brand printer. Seems to be the highest rated. Do you know anything about it versus other brands? Rollo is going to be most likely the cheapest option without going up to like a Zebra printer and stuff. So Rollo is an official brand, I guess. It's not like some random knockoff like we got. Ours is essentially a Rollo printer, but it's not. I would say go with the one that is going to work. I personally say Rollo is probably the best for that price. But it is much cheaper than the Zebra printers and stuff. But the Rollo is probably a good one. I think, was there a question? Do you know anything about it versus the other brands? Yeah, I would say Rollo is a good bet. I know a lot of people that do use Rollo printers, which are much better than, for example, like a Zebra. Like an off-brand. The Zebra are generally well, I guess Zebra has a few lines, or a few different types, but usually the Zebras are pretty pricey. Magnus says the Zebra ZD220 is pretty cheap. We haven't looked into anything else, because the one we have right now
works pretty well.
Is perfect. It's not the best. It's far from the best.
We were just talking about the other day how great it is.
Right, we were talking about, like, think about the amount of hours this has saved from, printing out a thing, and then having to flip it, or printing out a thing and taping it, or buying the one, like, oh my god, it's so good. And we got it for like $54. And it was used on Amazon, and it was some cheap brand. It was normally like $120 for the printer, I think. And we got it used on Amazon for $54, and it was fantastic. But yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of people ask about the printer, and I'll send the link, and they're like, $180 or whatever. So I think that's what it goes for now, something like that. I was like, well, we got it for $54. You probably won't find a 54. If you get these pieces, check the bottoms. There's a lot of things in there.
Okay.
Yeah, buy used if you can.
I hope I get those pieces because they're the same bag.
True. Verify you got those pieces.
Yeah.
Mark says, do you stock big/multiple of 2x4 bricks for 200 plus quantity, for example? I don't know what we have in our inventory at the exact moment, but
yes. I mean, do we make an intentional habit out of it?
No.
Not really.
But we might have it. You'd have to check our store. The link's in the description below. We do have a lot of 2x... Oh, no, just kidding. We sold all the 2x6 blue bricks.
Yeah. I see a 2x something. I can't count.
There's a 2x10 over
browns,
there.
Yeah.
There's we have tons of 2x3s in tan.
Yeah.
Lots of 2x4s in bright light orange. Lots of 1x2 bright green bricks.
Oh, we have a ton of those, completely unrelated to what you were saying. But please buy the
dark tan 1x2 rounded plates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 of those.
What's the other thing that we have? Oh, it's shrunken in B26.
People bought those actually. Yeah. Those were a good purchase, but yeah. All right, have a good one, Mr. Chills Lot. Thanks for tuning in. Arno says, imagine building a Lego sorter, putting the Lego stones in a hopper. Every slot is connected with the hopper. Every slot is connected with a hopper.
It'd probably be cheaper to have an AI just pick.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with Lego sorters is, while they can be done, I think it's the...
It's a Rube Goldberg project, is really what it is.
What do you mean?
It's more effort to create it than...
Right,
yeah.
Right. Like, eventually, I'm sure there will be some sort of economic thing that's actually, like, makes sense. But...
I mean, I guarantee you there already is. It's just it's not being used for Lego. You'd have to train it.
Yeah, probably. Well, when you think about it, technically, it's not a sorting machine. But there is the way to, Lego itself has picking machines that count. You need to know what piece went into that counter, but it can count certain pieces. So in theory, like, you can automate your entire store if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, like, having all the things to actually do that. Arno, have a good night. Thank you. It's 1 a.m. there. It's pretty late. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Brick on Block says, I thought about building one, but messed up. What did you mess up on? The thing with Legos, there's so many individual pieces, and individual molds that makes it hard. Like, you would have to distinguish between a 1x1, you can't see this, but a 1x1 brick modified with studs on two sides, versus studs on the other two sides, versus one stud, versus a 1x1 brick with no studs, versus four sides. Like,
yeah, I can't imagine doing it without an AI looking at them.
Yeah, there would need to be something. And even then, looking at it straight on with the 2D camera, you're not going to see that there are 2 studs or 3 studs, especially when they're all mixed together. So it's like, on top of that, you need either multiple cameras from multiple angles.
One piece, or like 3 or 4 pieces, through a slot into a glass container, and it would scan it. I mean, as it's falling, it's pretty fast. Yeah. Look how fast it can scan your face on your camera. But, that would probably be the best way that I can think of. But I'm not a roboticist, so.
Roboticist? Is that an actual thing?
I think that's the right word. It's a thing. I think roboticist is the right word.
Mm-hmm. Brick on Block says I didn't have enough bricks and it was just exhausting, so I stopped. And James says this is where Paul comes in. Caleb says why not something crude like a sieve to separate large pieces from small pieces, then just manually sort it from there. You can totally do that. Hello, Ben. Welcome to the stream. You could totally do something like that. It's just you're still. I don't know how much time that really would save at that point, because you're still sorting every single individual piece.
Now, if you could somehow take it 2 or 3 levels past that, in order to sort tiles from
Plates and
from
stuff?
plates
Yeah.
and bricks from, basically take these and the normal 1x1s and get those separated.
Right.
Something like that. If you could get it to like 2 layers of sorting, I feel like it would become much more efficient at that point.
Yeah, we got the front door. Would you like to go get it?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're just joining us, like Ben is, Ben said a little bit late. Brixico, welcome. Hi. How are you? Ben said a little bit late. Had a family board game tonight. My uncle's working in AI sorting for Lego. Long way off, but maybe cool in the future. Yeah, I feel like that's what we were just talking about. Kind of is there's definitely stuff that can be done. It's just a matter of practicality right now versus like 5 years from now. Like how much more affordable is it going to be in 5 years, or how much easier is it going to be to develop software? How many more people are just going to have that knowledge? Like all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, definitely in the future, there's going to be some sort of thing. But like I was saying, if you're just tuning in, we ordered food. So a couple weeks ago, we did something like this. Paul wanted to call it Wings and Things. I think we ended up. It's called, what is it called? Chow N Chat. So we'll see if this ends up being a thing that kind of reoccurs monthly or something. But we're putting out this small set. We're almost done sorting it. Obviously, we have to upload, and then we're going to just chat with you guys for a few minutes while we have dinner. I don't know if that's. I don't know. We did it that one time. A lot of people tuned in and chatted and talked with us. So we'll see how it goes this time. Ryan says, "What's the most one person has bought from your store?" If you're talking about the most what? Most pieces? Most pieces was 8,440. Most lots would be like 300 something. Almost like 389 or something, I think, was the most lots we've ever had, which was a lot of pieces. That was a pain. That was an order. That was a while ago, though. Most money, I don't know, maybe like an $800 order is the biggest one I remember. That's probably the biggest, I would say. Probably $800 order. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Do you remember what was in that?
Mostly minifigs.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, mostly minifigs. Like, I feel like the order itself was actually pretty small. It was just all minifigs. Oh, actually, I do remember that order. That order was... I don't know if the person... And to me, it didn't make sense what they were doing. But they had ordered a ton of CMF minifigs. But in addition to that, they purchased all the instruction booklets with it. We had like 90 instruction booklets of different series. They purchased all the instructions with it, which was like 1 cent. And then they bought most of the accessories with certain things. Now, not every minifig had an accessory. They didn't purchase all of them. And they did purchase accessories that didn't come with every minifig. So I don't know if they were like putting their own little bags together to sell or to like give away or what they were doing, but it must have been some sort of company or something out there that was planning on reselling these as like a custom CMF. But yeah, it was an interesting order.
Well, it's just like the instruction book mystery as to who buys out all of our instruction books every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the person who did it. But yeah, like occasionally, like Ben from Just Bricks, and Just Bricks isn't here tonight. I haven't seen him yet, but purchased all of our instructions in one order for no reason. I mean, just to purchase them, I guess. But he didn't know what he was even going to do with them. But he just bought like 67 instructions or something like that.
Well, because it's only $60. Well, $67.
60 cents.
Oh, right.
We have changed. I think if you've seen our blog the past, like 2 weeks ago, I think is when we probably started it. We got rid of most of our instructions. We're no longer have like 1,000 sets or 1,000 copies. We have a few copies of every instruction booklet, but we're also no longer selling them at 1 cent. We're selling them at
market value. Yeah.
Market value because it makes more sense that way instead of shipping a 1 cent instruction. And if they sell, they sell. If they don't sell, they don't sell. It's not taking up a ton of room. We have just a few drawers, little unit things over there, and that's perfect. So it's not like we're losing a ton of space by saving these instructions. So we'll see if what actually ends up happening. Wow. Ben T says I had someone buy about $100 worth of instructions 2 weeks ago. That's insane. Yeah, personally, I can't understand what people do. Now, if it's a single instruction booklet, that makes sense to me, because maybe they want that instruction or they need that instruction to finish whatever they're doing. But if it's like they purchase all the instructions, very weird. Because what are you doing with like 50 instructions of the same instruction? Brick in the Block says Just Bricks is online on Discord. Bricksico says, do you happen to remember how much your thermal printer cost? We just talked about this too. We spent $54, I think, roughly that, on our printer. Now, it was used on Amazon, and the printer itself now goes for like $180 or $160 or something. And while I would recommend it at the $54 price range, I wouldn't recommend it at a $180 price range. I'd say spend the $200 for like a Rollo printer or something where it's like a brand name or more of a brand name, where you know you're going to get support and stuff. We did have a hard time connecting this to a Mac. It wasn't designed to be connected to a Mac, so we had to do some workarounds with that. And like I did have some chat help from the company, but it was very difficult to communicate with them, just based that they were in China or wherever they were. That it was hard to like. The English was a problem, I'll say, I guess, in terms of what was being said and communicating on both ends. But eventually we did get it with a little bit of help from the chat, without help from the chat, because it wasn't made for Mac, but on the website there was very clear... Oh, actually, on Amazon there was a Google Drive download link for the Mac drivers. Wow. Yeah, it was a little scary. That's what it was. Yeah, it was a little sketchy, but I would say just spend the money for a real one, unless you find one for like $50. You can't go wrong with $50. Like, it works. And it does the job, and it's not the best. Yeah, Ben says, I stopped keeping the loads the same. I keep 3 of smaller sets and the ones for larger sets. James says, end of March, my turn for food. Do you remember how much Paul cost? Paul was free. We actually we got money for Paul.
Well, he walked into the garage, and there I was, and I haven't left since.
Yeah. I saw a question from Ben. If you guys had, let's say, $1,300 to spend on Lego.com for the store, what sort of things would you get? That would be hard because on Lego.com there's a lot of things that aren't actually three times part out value. So I guess if we just randomly were given $1,300, here's my perspective, and I thought about this earlier. If we were randomly given $1,300...
Can I merge?
You can merge, yeah, that's a good idea. I would do something where buy sets that most people are not parting out. Because in theory, at that point, even if it's not 3 times part of value, like someone gave you $1,300 for free and they said you have to spend it today, and there was no way to make it make sense, or whatever. I would say get things that people aren't parting out. So probably sets with exclusive pieces, sets with Star Wars sets maybe. I don't know.
That sounds like a solid business tactic because, well, number one, you're getting $1,000, so
right.
It's not lost no matter what.
Now the key there, I guess, is I would still try to find a high part out value for stuff. You don't need to. Great Brick Life says, is someone giving away money? I hope so. Oh my god, I almost fell. But yeah.
We don't have insurance. We don't have medical insurance yet, so please don't.
Yeah, I would just get things that other sellers don't have, so that we're able to, I don't know, show up on more listings and stuff with different pieces. Ben says, similar to my approach, I sometimes go 2.5 to get larger sets that smaller or less competitive stores can't buy in good enough quantity. For example, buy 5 modular buildings. Welcome, Chris. Buy 5 modular buildings. Yeah, we haven't actually. No, we haven't purchased a single modular building for the store.
Evan would have built it.
Yeah, I like the modulars. So if we purchased 5, we would only have 4 left. Do you ship orders to Italy? Yes, we do ship orders. We ship orders worldwide. Though for some reason currently some orders won't go through and they can't be processed through PayPal because PayPal something.
Probably has to do
that
with
BrickSlayer actually, I think it was BrickSlayer, helped me fix the other day. So we should be able to ship everywhere now, though we were shipping. Ryan says, you guys use PayPal to print labels, just trying to find a way to save some money on shipping. Yeah, we use PayPal. It gives you the commercial rates so that you're not paying. Careful where you're pouring. So that you're not paying like the not commercial, residential, consumer rates. I don't know, the other rates, which are a little bit cheaper and better. So I'm gonna stack these up real quick, clean up the table. I'm gonna assist with this.
Is this the only bag?
Why?
Didn't it come with carrots or anything?
I guess not.
I'm pretty sure we ordered carrots and
We
stuff.
did, yeah.
Maybe there's another bag.
Front door?
I didn't grab it. My parents grabbed it and gave it to me.
This is yours.
It's probably this one.
Oh, this is Asian thing. That's mine. That's mine. This is the utility. This is Paul's.
Must know what. Oh,
This is Paul's.
kind of fucked up shit is that? Oh, oops.
Yeah, Kaylee. Watch your language.
You got all carrots, right? Yes.
Next time we're getting Wingstop.
All right. Here's your.
Well,
celery.
we have to try them. We have to try all of the wing locations. So.
This is Paul's. You gotta clean up. I told you to clean this up.
Oh, no. Actually, you said you were gonna clean that up.
No, I said why don't you?
Oh, that's
We should go
sorry.
back to
That's not what I
playback.
heard.
Stand by one moment while we prep.
Oh, is this
All right, we'll answer some questions here. Chris says, did I say how much we love Figure It Out? Figure It Out is pretty sweet. We don't use it too much, but we did use it for... What do we use it for?
The duffels?
The minifig duffel bags. Yeah, those were awesome.
No, they weren't. The figure it out was awesome. The duffels weren't.
You didn't do the duffels.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
did the
But I could
double.
see. I could see your
it was
suffering.
good. It was good. James says, "Are the commercial rates that much better?" They're not that much better, like amazing, but they're, I don't know, maybe 10% cheaper, depending on which packages and stuff. Maybe 20% on certain things. Yeah, thank you, Ben, for Figure It Out. It's pretty awesome. Chris says we use ShipStation. We have over 400 orders this month. That is amazing. Crazy.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Great idea.
Oh, actually, this is it.
Ben, how do you update Figure It Out? Like, if new things are added to... Oh, actually, the only way you need to update that, I guess, would be if on the back end somehow BrickLink changed, like, their search engine. If that was the case, then you'd have to update. But other than that, you shouldn't have to update, I guess. That's pretty smart. Toby says, how were you able to set the $2 fee if the order doesn't equal $2? I couldn't seem to find it on BrickLink, but that's not saying much. The only thing I could find is a minimum purchase. So on one of the, what's it called? Navigating BrickLink series. I think on episode, I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe. It's the, it's one where we talked about fees. I think coupons is all in there. One of those I show you how. But essentially you're able to add a fee if the purchase order or the subtotal does not equal a certain amount of dollars. James asked a good question. Can we do the food homemade sometime? Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely, 100%. It'll cost a lot less money. Ben says the only time I need updates is in 2 cases: new colors or new inventory IDs, category changes. We tried to code it so it's flexible. Any sort of changes BrickLink makes. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And makes it super easy on your end, where you need to do minimal updates. Hello, Empire State Creates.
General
Welcome to the
Kenobi.
stream. What?
General Kenobi.
Where?
Hello there. Hello there.
Oh. Sorry, I see. Whatever. Do you ship orders to Italy? Yes, we ship orders to Italy. I think, did I not answer that? I might not answer that. Someone also said, do you theoretically ship to Germany? Yes. Not theoretically, we do ship to
I'm
Germany.
pretty sure Germany's pretty closed right now. That's what I meant by
Oh.
theoretically.
Yeah, we do ship to Germany. Yeah, if obviously you're allowed to. James says I would pay for the food. You're amazing, James. All right, thanks for the napkins. I think we can eat now, and we can chat with you guys. We just don't want to get the Lego dirty, obviously.
All right, I'm gonna sample Evan's chosen tater tot flavor that he selected for me.
For all these.
Is this
Okay.
vinegar?
It is salt and
Salt and
vinegar.
vinegar?
Yeah. I didn't want to.
I gotta say, vinegar and queso is not the best. Not the best combo.
No? Oh yeah, you got queso with. That's a weird. Yeah, that's a weird thing. I got. Did you want some of these?
Your tater tots are so much betterly cooked than mine.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, these are crunchy.
That's all you get. Does anybody on here have any ideas what the best type of flooring is for your store inventory? Is inventory supposed to be in that sentence? Anybody here have an idea of what type of flooring is for your
what kind
store?
of flooring we should use.
I don't know.
Floor.
I don't know. I don't think there's a good option for this.
All ranch.
No,
Are
one
they?
of them is blue cheese.
I'm gonna go with this one because it looks a little different. For us, for the store floor, we put.
Is this ranch?
What?
I can't. Or is that blue cheese?
I don't know. For us, we put in the carpet, and the nicest thing about that, and I think that came out in the last vlog. If it didn't, we put in carpet. The nice thing here is you can like clap, you can snap. The sound in this room is fantastic now, because the carpet absorbs it, the ceiling tiles absorb it. Other than that, nothing absorbs it. But carpet is probably not the best when it comes to dropping a piece. It's a little more comfortable under your feet. We do have one of the little mats where you can stand on. It's like squishy if you're standing for a long period of time. Our entire store for the most part is a standing store. We don't have really any place to sit. Did it spill?
Maybe just a
Oh
little.
no. We don't really have any places to sit besides where we're sitting right now. We have these stools. I would
And
prefer
one
to
office
stand than
chair.
sitting in these stools though.
Yeah, we have one office chair over there.
Yeah. So, carpet's probably not the best, but if you drop a piece and stuff, it's probably harder to find. The problem was we're in a garage where the foundation in this garage was poured 50, 60 years ago or something like that now, so the concrete's not perfect and it's chipping up and stuff and it creates a lot of little dust and stuff kind of in the air. So we didn't want that to like consistently, I guess, keep happening. I feel like the carpet, in a weird way, is actually going to be much easier to clean and like just vacuum real quick. Because when you sweep up stuff, it puts all the dust in the air, it gets all over stuff. So carpet might be better. But what we have or will have in the aisle soon is really thin carpet. And in this case, I think that's actually best because it'll keep the floor cleaner. It's probably easy to vacuum, but it's not thick where it has all the carpet fibers like sticking up where you can drop a piece in there. So can't really easily show you the carpet, but it is like no joke.
Like a napkin.
As thick as these two napkins put together. Like, it is really thin, but it's still something that's going to prevent all the concrete dust from
Where
kind of
did you,
coming
Kyle, find it?
Home Depot. That carpet was like 42 cents a square foot. It was the cheapest carpet you could get. Kyle and I shot a short film like 2 or 3 years ago with that. We built a set, and it was the flooring of that room. It was supposed to be like an apartment room or something. And it was 12 by 16 feet of carpet. Cheap. I mean, and it looked fine on camera, and that's all we needed. And then when we were done, we had to roll up the carpet, and then we just had carpet. Like,
Is this a short film that I've seen or worked on?
it was Addict.
Okay, no.
So, yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's Chow. I'm sorry. Hello, welcome. It says, carpet with short hair is best option for me. If a part falls, it will not be damaged. That's part of why we're kind of, I guess, excited to have carpet and stuff. Now when we drop a tile or something on the floor, it's not hitting concrete directly. Hi, Kaylee. So it's not, in theory, going to scratch it.
Somebody asked if we will get the medieval blacksmith set. I don't know how much it is, but if the money is available to me, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben says for my unit to stone floor, thought about laying a rug down. Yeah, we've done a lot of like discussing what we should do with the floor and stuff. And we finally just like, we took the carpet out of the house so it didn't cost us anything. And it was kind of sitting on the side yard for a few weeks, and then
I brought it out to the dumpster. Evan saw it.
Paul was going to throw it away, and I was like, no. So that night I was like, oh, okay, I'll clear out the store and we'll lay carpet. Took like an hour maybe. You didn't help.
No, I didn't know what was happening. I walked in and was like, actually, I think it took me a couple
You were doing
seconds.
D&D.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you were busy. But
yeah,
it was Kaylee and I, we laid carpet. It's not like, there's no felt thing underneath it. It's not tack stripped in or anything. It's just sitting here, but it's fine. There's enough weight on it, it doesn't really move. So Chris says he has a Roomba that goes around and picks stuff up, which is cool. We have a Roomba inside the house. Out here, well, we have thicker carpet on this section of the store, so we probably wouldn't work here very well. I don't know, does it work on carpet?
it
probably
Kaylee's the one that
does.
owns one.
It probably does. I would assume it works on carpet. Probably won't get one for the store, though. We'll just manually vacuum if needed. Ryan says, how are you guys shipping internationally right now? Aren't a lot of countries closed down? Also, do you guys ship internationally USPS or DHL? We use USPS, and there are certain countries currently that we can't ship to. And fortunately, we haven't had any people order from countries where they can't ship. Oh, no, that's not true, actually. There was one place that... This was a while ago. This was back in like early, maybe April or May, where people couldn't ship, or we couldn't ship to that country, and we shipped it, and then we got it back. And then we went and looked it up and found out they're not accepting stuff currently. So people, I just refunded the order. We had the pieces here and stuff. And it's technically still packed, and I'd still prefer to ship it to that customer, even though it's not our fault that it didn't get there. I like the idea of them still getting the package, but I can't like tell them, you know what, we'll hold on to your money and your package for the next 10 months until we can ship to you. So yeah.
Evan has not tried.
I haven't tried a wing yet, just because I just haven't got there yet.
Yours are breaded.
Spicy garlic. Yeah, I got boneless wings today. Spicy garlic looks very spicy, but this is the Asian zing sauce. Hello, Sunita. Welcome to the stream.
We're both
how long does it take to get an order to Italy? Right now, it's usually 1 to 3 weeks. Probably on the end of 3 weeks. Maybe even more. Maybe even like 4 weeks. But technically, the rate you pay for is 1 to 3 weeks of the rate we pay for. Unless you want to pay a ton, in which case you could get it like within a week, I guess. Alright, what is this? The Asian zing? Try the Asian zing sauce. Oh, it's very sticky.
So, what's the difference between a boneless wing and a chicken nugget?
Nothing.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Nothing. The Asian zing isn't bad. It's pretty sweet. Not bad, though. Ryan says, where do you drop off international packages for USPS? Just a normal post office? Yep. Just a normal post office.
Is there a reason that we haven't set up the automatic pickup yet? Because it's free if it's regular, right?
Yeah, for our area, they want to know how many packages they're supposed to pick up.
Exactly.
Which means every day, we actually have to type in the dimensions and weight of each package, too.
Oh, okay, that's stupid.
Yeah. So, I've done it a couple times, but, I mean, I'm sure we could call the post office and be like, hey, we just have packages, can you just pick them up every day? Which maybe we can do.
Mm-hmm.
But, Empire asks, have you ever tried to make a mock before? Have you?
When I was younger, yeah, a lot.
True.
As
a small child, yes.
Yeah, as an adult, no, because despite what you may see behind us, I don't really have access to a whole lot of loose pieces. So no, but it's something that I want to do. But I recently got back into Lego. I wasn't, a collector for a couple of years. So, I mean, if I had probably stayed with the hobby, I would have done a lot more, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't built a mock either. I'm not really good when it comes to designing things like that, so I've thought about it, but I haven't. Actually, I started designing one in, what is it, Studio or Stud.io, whatever you want to call it. It's a train. It's pretty cool, actually.
Are you gonna build it?
I don't know. It costs like $180 for the parts. Because I made it in colors that pieces cost more in, of course. So who knows? Ben says, it's 550 pounds per collection day here for 1 year. So picking up 3 days a week would cost me about 1,600 pounds. I don't... I almost choked and died on camera. I don't think we have to pay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it's regular, like if it's every single day, it's free.
We have our postman come every day. Or not like we have it, but they come every day. So...
It's not actually extra work.
Yeah, as long as they know to pick up. Now, maybe if we're shipping like a lot of things, it might cause extra work. I don't know, but as far as I know, it doesn't cost money here. Also add why I hate DHL. They cost $300 of CMFs. Oh, I see. They showed up 2 weeks later. Wow. Customer service is lazy, never follows through on what they promise, and the courier stole a 100-pound pair of shoes. Wow. DHL is not Ben's friend.
No. I don't think I've ever intentionally used DHL. It's just they're not really a strong. They don't really have a strong American presence.
No, I've had things come from DHL or from somewhere through DHL to us, but I've never shipped with DHL.
Yeah.
It's usually if I ship something, it's FedEx. Or it's obviously in our store, USPS, and then I'd say my second favorite is FedEx. Or my favorite would be FedEx, and then UPS is just kind of in the middle there, personally. But
Wasted Brick wants to know what your favorite line of Lego sets is.
Well, potentially Creator Expert until they move the modular buildings. Or Architecture. Architecture is really, really cool. Those are probably my two favorite, but I also love the Lego Ideas. That's a cool one. There's a lot, actually. A lot of the more adult things, though, where it's a good display piece, not like a play piece, if that makes sense.
I like Star Wars.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I mean, honestly, I like anything that looks cool. So.
Right, display.
Yeah.
Ben says I use Parcel Force through Parcel Monkey, typically. And that's for the UK over there, I believe. JTK asked a question that I can't figure out either. Why can't I change the part out value from dollar to euro in BrickLink? Occasionally for us, when we're going through our thing, there is a setting somewhere, I don't remember where it is, but you can set it to whatever your currency is, but when you look it up, it still may not be in your own currency. For us, occasionally when we look up something, it'll be in Canadian dollars. No clue why. It just is in Canadian dollars. And I've never found a fix, because when you find that setting, it's set to US dollars, but it still shows Canadian, so I don't understand. And other people have asked that, and I cannot figure it out, unfortunately. But there is a setting, you can change it to your currency, but it doesn't always follow that setting, for whatever reason. I apologize, I can't help. Would you recommend a new seller start shipping internationally right now? Probably not. I would say for us, and this is different for other sellers, which I actually learned like last week, how few international orders we get compared to other places or other sellers. We only ship maybe 4 international orders a month on average. So I would say no, you don't need to start shipping international. It does make it more confusing. There's always that possibility where you're not getting, or the item's not going to arrive, whatever it might be. So I would just say don't ship internationally. Most of our things are domestic right now. Of course, we are in the United States, so there's a lot of buyers here. If you're in a smaller country, somewhere else, maybe you do need to ship internationally, just because you don't have enough buyers in your particular state or country or whatever.
Does shipping within the EU function like domestic shipping?
I would assume there's got to be a cheaper thing there.
Okay.
I would assume it's not like a ton to ship from Italy to France or something, because it's. I would assume it's the same as shipping from Florida to New York, or something. JTK says thanks, love your videos. Thank you. Hello from the United States. He says hi from Italy. Wasted Brick says, what do you think of the Lego Coliseum? Super cool set. Super cool set. A set I would like. one day, but I haven't. I can't. There's no place to put it. That's what it really is the storage of it. So yeah, that's my problem, I guess.
Toby says, what's up? Toby says, have you ever considered doing an average inventory part out value versus every set being 3 times? My thinking is if you get an average over 3 times, you could get some sets that other sellers can't afford to part out.
Yeah. Something you guys will see in the next coming week. If you're a patron, you guys have seen it. But in the next coming week, you guys will see something similar to that. Not where we've directly said, no, it isn't 3 times, but something along the lines of, it might not have been 3 times, but when you average it with everything else in that purchase or whatever, like for example, if you went to Walmart and bought like 20 sets, 5 of them were 5 times part out value, 4 of them were, or the others were, I don't know, 10 and 10, you know what I mean. When you average it together, you do get 3 times. I don't think that's the best buying strategy, but also I don't think it's the worst because in theory you are, again, like we talked about earlier, for whoever was here, you're still getting something that many other sellers probably aren't getting because it doesn't part out 3 times. But of course, when you think about it and you break down that set, the actual pieces still cost, whatever in that individual set. So I don't know. I'm sure there's something somewhere that says, like, either that's not a good idea or that's a good idea. I don't know.
I would think that it doesn't really, because the thing is that the part out worth is a function of the supply and demand, right? It's the market price, right? That's what people are willing to purchase it for. So if an item does not part out for a lot, then there is significantly more supply than there is demand. Even if the supply is very little, that just means the demand is also really little. So if something is under 3 times, then there's not much demand. It's not like you are somehow getting a good deal by getting a super rare part, right? Because if that part was rare enough, then it would have 3 times.
The part out value would go higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it depends what sets you're doing too. Like if you were just going to go get something where other sellers do have that set, and you just, in this one Walmart trip or whatever, it's not on clearance and you don't get it, I would say that's a bad decision. It would need to be a set, I think, in my mind, that is directly, somehow going to directly benefit you in a way because no other sellers have these pieces or something.
Actually, I take back what I said. Because you are averaging it across everything, so it is actually 3 times part out value.
But at the same time, it is a 3 times part out value for that large purchase there, but I guess you have to factor in too, if you have $500 to spend and you can spend that $500 at Walmart in this one trip and on average get 3 times part out value, or you can spend $200 of that and get a 6 times part out value and save the additional $300 and go to another trip and then realize, oh, I can now still get a 3 times part out value over here as well. At that point, it probably was a good decision to skip that set because you're getting more for your money in a different location. So I think it all depends on everyone's position and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's something I thought about too. It's like, oh, we could get this and this, and then average it's 3 times. But that set itself is the raw material.
Yeah.
And the end product is the pieces that you part out from that set. So I don't think, like, if Apple was to go buy something, a piece of glass that was going to go on the iPhone, and let's just say for whatever reason they wanted 3 times the value of what it cost to make an iPhone to sell, it's the opposite of that. I'm sure it's like fucking 1,000, but oh no. But like, for example, if it was, if that glass cost $12, Apple's not going to be like, oh, it's okay because everything else is super cheap. They're still going to up it a ton, I think, just because they want that higher value total, like for each individual piece. And that was not a good analogy, I guess, building an iPhone. But I don't know. Actually, that's a hard question. I don't know. We'd have to like look into that, I guess. I think it depends though on if those parts from that set that only parts out for, let's say, 1.5 times is going to sell. Obviously, I'm not sure.
JTK wants to know how many orders we get every day. 3.4 4.2, I think. We just looked at like the average calculator the other day.
Yeah, right now average, a little above 3. But it fluctuates. Like today we only got 2 orders. We ended up getting 2 today. Some days we'll get 6 or 7. It fluctuates. There's no consistent like, oh, but for sure there's going to be 4.
There is definitely a stronger correlation between the lot count and order amount than there is between piece count and order amount. Like
order number.
By a significant margin.
Yeah.
We think it's around every 1,000 lots is 1 order per day. At least at lower levels.
Roughly, yeah. Wasted Brick says, have you ever counted how many orders you've received since you opened the store? Also, we have chat, pretty much, at least for me, directly behind the camera, so I think it looks like I'm looking at the camera, but I'm actually reading chat back there. So I'm probably staring at the camera the entire time. It's very weird, I'm sure. But have you ever counted how many orders you've received since you opened the store? We did in the end of December. I think it came out actually on January 1st. We had a kind of year look back, and I think we had 600-something orders the past year, I think. 600-something? I don't know where we're at now. We're probably at like 7-something now. But, yes. Brick Freedom has that on your page. Yeah, all time we're at 900-something, but that counts the years that I did this before we actually started, like, as a business. So I guess it depends. But Brick Freedom has that on our page. We're over 1,000 orders, I think, with BrickLink and Brick Owl, and the past 5 years in with just a brick in the bucket. So,
but just for newer people, those 5 years we have not been operating on the scale for 5 years. So yeah. Don't think that Evan ran it out of his closet for a couple of years on and off when he was younger. So don't think that it takes 5 years to get to where we are. It takes about a year if you're following kind of similar habits as we are.
Yeah, we've done this for a year now. We started at 9,000 pieces, probably 4,000. I mean 400 lots, not 4,000. And in a year, you can grow to be at least as big as we are. I'd say we could have grown a lot more last year, but we didn't.
There were like 3 months where we slacked pretty heavily.
Yeah, definitely.
From like October until December. We did we just basically did our maintenance because we were renovating the house. But if we had continued, we would be much bigger now. So
yeah, definitely. So what I would say is, if you want to do it and you want to grow to be really big, there is no reason you can't. You just have to be really dedicated, and you do need a little bit of money in the beginning, I would say. But it's very important that once you get $1 from BrickLink, you put that dollar right back in if you want to continue growing. We're at the point now where we're just paying ourselves back as opposed to putting money in. The store easily pays for itself and I guess makes us money in terms of paying us back. And then obviously once we're paid back, that additional money, which will then turn into profit from paying off the debts, is then profit that is actually paying us, and we're making money from that. So you can do it. It's just a matter of like being dedicated and like spending the time to do it. I do have to say, I think YouTube has helped us a lot as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments on the comment field of orders saying love your YouTube channel, etc., etc. So it's definitely been helpful in terms of growing the store.
Absolutely, lots of people that are from YouTube buying from our stores is awesome.
Jack wants to know if we've ever considered parting out the Coliseum.
I think we did, and I don't think it parts out for 3 times, but in addition to that, the part out process for that I think would be
insane,
disgusting. I mean,
we're scared. We have Diagon Alley.
We have Diagon Alley
we're
down
scared
there.
of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So probably not. I think in addition to that, it wasn't 3 times. Then on top of that, it was like there weren't enough lots in it that were individual that we didn't already have or something like that. So we won't be parting that out most likely. We did get Diagon Alley pretty much when it came out. Used VIP points for that, so it was only like $320 on that, which obviously that VIP points was money, but it was used for that, so I feel like it was worth it. We'll part that out eventually. We'll see when we get there, but that adds I think in that one set alone, I think it's 500 brand new lots to our inventory, something like that. It's like 1,000 lots in that set, and we're going to be adding 500 brand new ones. I wanted to get a second one. I almost feel like it'd be worth it to get a second one.
Diagon Alley?
Oh, Diagon Alley, so we're not sitting there parting out one set of that. But I'm not sure either, so.
I know you'd have to look at it, because that sounds like sunk cost fallacy to me. But it might not be. I'm not sure.
I don't know, because I feel like we're already dedicating the time to do it. So if we get another set, we're spending
That's exactly what... Oh, no, I see.
See
I
what
see
I'm
what you're saying.
We're not doubling the time to do it. And it's not the exact same time, it's only a little bit more time. And the key would be getting it at a price that's not like... Because right now they're out of stock everywhere. I'm not going to buy an inflated price one and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, of course, seeing if those pieces sell. We'd have to do that soon.
Is Moss Eisley still for sale officially?
I think so. It's probably out of stock. But they just did that in summer, I think.
Yeah,
end of
true.
summer, so I assume it's still there. But a lot of stuff is out of stock
There's so many things I want to buy, but no.
Yeah. Ben says he joined the Brick Freedom queue. Congratulations. I think it's going to be a little while before you get there. But you were the one who uses BrickSync, I think, and we're talking the other day, yesterday actually, with Chris, I think, during Bricknanigans on his channel, about how with too many colors, I think is what it was, the problem. You're starting to cause problems, so I don't know. We've started to look around a little bit in Brick Freedom, actually, which is something we hadn't done until maybe the last week or so. It's actually pretty cool.
Ryan wants to know, is making a store on Brick Owl worth it? Does it bring in any more orders?
For us, yes. It's definitely worth it. I would say 25% of orders, maybe, come from Brick Owl.
Yeah.
Roughly. Maybe not quite that much.
Brick Owl, the orders per day fluctuate significantly more than BrickLink, I would say.
I agree.
Like, there will be several days where we will get no Brick Owl orders, and then one day we will, no joke, get like 6.
Yeah.
And it's just, who knows why.
Yeah, but Brick Owl for us is definitely more of a secondary thing. Our focus, obviously, we're also using Brick Freedom, which pulls everything from BrickLink and syncs it to Brick Owl, not the other way. But Brick Owl is what we're really using for just kind of a secondary platform that allows us to get more sales, and it's worth the 1% fee. We're easily making plenty more in sales. Technically, if you are syncing to Brick Owl from your BrickLink and you sell $1,000 worth of Lego on BrickLink, you still owe $10, the 1% fee, even if you didn't have a single sale on Brick Owl. So if you didn't have anything on Brick Owl and everything's on BrickLink, or your Brick Owl store is closed but you're still syncing, you would still technically be paying that fee. So I would say, if you're not sure if you're going to open a Brick Owl store or anything, or if you're not sure if you're going to get enough sales on it, then it might not be worth paying to sync it. But if you get anything over 1% of what you're making in total off of Brick Owl, then it was worth it. And it's a whole nother platform where there's definitely different buyers. I don't know the last time we sold a Friends minifig, not the Lego brand Friends, on BrickLink. We've sold it on Brick Owl though. It sells all the time. It's very weird. The pieces that sell on each platform, from what I've noticed, are different. There's obviously overlaps, but I don't know. Who knows?
No, you're definitely right.
Yeah, it's
I
weird,
see that
actually.
Too. I would say more minifigs sell on BrickLink.
Yeah, I agree.
And a lot of smaller orders on Brick Owl.
Mm-hmm.
I rarely pack 100+ piece order.
Yeah.
On Brick Owl.
Yeah. Our average sales on Brick Owl, like average dollar per sale, is probably very low compared to BrickLink.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're averaging, I think, around $25 this month or something. But I would think on Brick Owl, it's maybe 10 or 7. Really low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of 2 or 3 piece orders on Brick Owl.
Oh, tons. Tons of orders where they pay that $2 fee.
That is functioning correctly,
mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
just
it's the same
because
on both sites.
Just wanted to make sure.
Right, yeah. Ryan says, how do I link my BrickLink store to Brick Owl? Do I have to relog everything? No, what you're going to want to do is use some sort of program. There's BrickSync, which appears to be buggy, so don't use BrickSync. Or there's something called BrickPacker or Brick Freedom. Brick Freedom currently has like a wait of like 150 people, so it's going to be a couple months, I think, before you get to that page where you can actually do it.
But it is, at least in our experience, by far hands down the best.
Oh, Brick Freedom from my perspective is the easiest. It has the nicest UI. It just works and stuff. There is Brick Packer, which is the same thing. It costs 1% of your sales for pieces, not for shipping or any additional fees or anything. And I do have a video on setting that up. And essentially, you go find the API calls from both websites. You sync it to your Brick Packer, and then you can kind of use that UI, which is a little bit of a mess, and sync it both directions, which will keep it synced. The important thing is don't manually do it and like upload both, because if you run into a problem where on BrickLink you get an order, you potentially, if you don't like go in and manually delete everything from Brick Owl or like change the quantities, Brick Freedom and Brick Packer do that for you. But if you had to do it manually, the likelihood of someone else ordering those pieces while you're actively trying to do stuff is pretty high. Just because you're not going to sit there like a computer or a server would and monitor that.
Wishes Brick wants to know if we have a Telegram group. We have a Discord group. So, I mean, not the same thing, but the same thing.
What's a Telegram?
Discord, but encrypted.
Encrypted.
It's like WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
Or Signal, or it's just another messaging platform. But you can join our Discord. The link should be in the description.
I think so.
There's over 200 people there now, and we'll be starting a voice chat.
We're like 230 people, I think, something like that.
Yeah, right after the stream, we'll be opening our voice chat for the first time. So
yeah, and then we'll talk with you guys for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or something, whoever wants to join that voice chat. And then I think what we're going to do, we'll see, but I think we're going to do something for Patreon specifically.
Yeah.
That we plan. Ben says I have a wholesale contract and some space I'm paying for the sorter sets to support an e-commerce store. Just not sure if it's worth the investment to buy sets with a 20 to 50% markup on them. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I missed something earlier, maybe. Have you ever thought about opening a separate e-commerce store and separately running Facebook ads to drive traffic? Something I'm considering currently is what he said. Then, I don't know. I'm not sure what he's saying. I do know you have the wholesale contract. I think that's awesome that you were able to get that through one of, I think it was like a local toy store or something.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately,
I'm paying for a sorter. I'm paying for to store. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I don't understand.
I think he's saying that he has an area to store his. Is that
what he's saying?
Yeah.
Just not sure if it's worth the investment to buy a set and then 20 to 50% markup later. I think that's maybe what you're. Essentially, not sure if it's worth buying sets that. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Selling them for retail price, but purchasing them for a little bit less, and then selling it. I don't know if the fees and everything, with hosting some sort of website, and then you probably still have PayPal or whatever service fees you have.
We have thought about doing our own website, though.
Yeah, we talked about a website for a very long time, actually, and there eventually will be a website. Have a good one, Chris, if you're still here. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. We will have a website soon, eventually. Soon, eventually.
I think technically there is one. Or
there is a website. Down? I think if you go to justabrickinthebucket.com, it says coming soon or something like that. So it's not really a website, but that will come soon, and eventually we want stuff on there. I don't think we would sell Lego on there. Not right now.
Yeah, at least not until we can figure out something like Brick. If Brick Freedom eventually somehow interfaces with Shopify or something like that, then maybe. But we'd run into the same syncing issue.
Right.
So
and talking about like your kind of e-commerce thing where you're selling sets, I think is what you're trying to say you sell.
Mm-hmm.
We probably wouldn't sell sets just based on the storage.
Yeah.
And at that point, we're having to maintain a secondary inventory. Same reason we don't sell on eBay right now. It's the idea of maintaining a second inventory and keeping that organized in addition to the first one, and not being able to sell on both platforms at the same time. So, yeah. Ben says 1.9% payment fees. Yeah. So.
What country in England do we live in?
What? Who said that?
Wasted Brick wants to know what country in England we live in. We live in the United States.
We're in the United States and we're in California. I think that still answers your question.
Used to be a country. Well, I guess not a country
not
in England,
no.
but
Alex says, what % of your orders request a quote versus automatic checkout? We get a lot more quotes on BrickOwl, I think, than BrickLink. And I would say maybe 6 or 8 quotes a month out of 80, 90 orders a month.
Mm-hmm.
So 10% maybe request a quote. Most of those quotes never follow through. Most of them are international, want to know how much international shipping is. And then, unfortunately, international shipping's a lot. We quote them, and then they say no. It's just how it goes.
Understandable.
Yeah, I get it. I like that people have the option to request a quote. Because occasionally people will do international shipping, and
then they'll cancel.
They, instead of doing instant checkout, because it's some country where I haven't found out what it's going to cost, I have to invoice. And then when I invoice, they say, oh, can I cancel? And then it's a little bit more of a pain because they have to go in and request to cancel, and then we can fulfill that request. Like, it's a little harder, so I like the quote feature, even though most of the quotes don't go through. It saves time for sure. Paul said, would love some advice on what sets are nice to part out for a good turnover, as in maybe lower margins but high turnover to generate cash for investing in storage space. And hey, Mimi, buddy, that's you.
Yeah. Well, I was about to make a joke, like, that's me, typing because I want to start my own store, so I'm trying to steal all of Evan's...
Yeah. Said maybe in the Discord or Patreon. No, I'll say that here. I'd say, and I could be wrong, I don't know this for sure, but classic sets, or
a good
sets
one
that
to
have...
start.
Yeah, are okay. And Ben says turnover quite quickly as well on modular buildings. So that's nice as well there. But turnover for us, I would say bricks, standard bricks, which generally comes in classic. Especially if it's black, dark bluish gray.
If you can get your
light
hands
bluish gray
on Star Wars colors, is what I like to call them. So
yeah,
that's going to be is it dark red, or something like the dark red tiles, the light bluish gray, the dark bluish gray, and the blacks are what I notice selling.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, definitely dark bluish gray goes out of our store real quick. Once we have any bricks in that are dark bluish gray, they're not there very long. So things like that. Yeah, Ben says lots of grays, blacks, whites, etc. Standard plates and bricks. Yeah, nothing super fancy.
Just not dark blue 2x6s.
Just regular blue. Just not blue 2x6 bricks.
Sorry.
Those took a long time to sell. We did sell them all in one transaction from someone who was nice. Shipyard Bricks, actually.
Oh, okay.
It was during a stream. We were like, oh, if anyone wants to buy our bricks, we'll give you 10% off or something.
I saw him comment the other day. Shipyard
really?
Bricks used to be a fan who was around for quite some time, and then one day he just disappeared.
Yeah, kind of.
And I saw him comment, and
okay.
it made me happy.
Interesting. Yeah, same with Filmmaker's Paradise as well. He commented not that long ago and said, hey, it's been a while, and it had been a while.
You know who I haven't seen, though? Raphael.
Raphael hasn't been here. Neither has Yassine, the Lego character.
Yassine hasn't been here in forever.
There's quite a few people who...
Yeah.
And I'm sure... I mean, this was me, too. I'll follow a channel for a short period of time and then never go back. Or go back for a little bit. But,
I think the only channel that you really stuck on was Paul Swords Jr.
Oh, when I was younger? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning. And I don't interact with that channel or anything, but Good Mythical Morning or Mythical, the channel, amazing. Their whole company is fantastic. I love them. They're so great. I will be right back. I need some water. I don't think I... Oh, no! Oh, man. All right. Also, one quick thing. I guess we should talk about our food versus... before I get water. We'll talk about our food versus Buffalo Wild Wings versus... What was it? Wingstop.
Yeah. Do you think we're in agreement?
I think we're definitely in agreement as to which one's better. I think it's very clear the fact that Paul didn't eat all his chicken. I haven't eaten it, and I think mostly because I'm trying to talk and I don't want to choke and die. Whoa. But real quick, this is what made me think of that. This is the carrot and celery they give you, which is like, okay, it's 2 stalks of celery, 3 little baby carrots.
I have to say, I was expecting a thing like this.
I was too. I expected a container of carrots. That's what you get from Wingstop, so personally I think we're all in agreement. Or both of us are in agreement. Kaylee was for sure in agreement before she opened up the package.
There is a flavor to the chicken, too.
Really?
Do you agree? There's it's a very... Here, let me see if I can, pin it down.
I think the chicken itself is fine. In addition to that, where ours was delivered, we didn't eat it there. I think that's something you have to factor in always. This also came from further than Wingstop. Wingstop is literally right down the street, super close, so it's always really warm when it gets here. This isn't the warmest. Tater tots are good.
It's a very strong,
that was a weird
artificial, artificial smoky flavor to it.
Okay. That might be the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Or they're smoked chicken wings, maybe.
That's possible.
Maybe, I don't know.
But Yeah, I would say Wingstop is superior. My tater tots were also not crunchy on the outside.
No, mine were much better than Paul's.
Yeah.
For sure. It looks like the chat also agrees. Hard agree, Wingstop's better. Just Brick says I agree as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Wingstop appears to be the thing. I think a lot of you guys actually said that last time we did this.
Mhm.
You said Wingstop's better, and we just were like, no, we're going to try it anyway. I probably will not be... Okay, it's also much, much, much more expensive. Much more expensive. Oh, yeah. Like double the price.
Really?
Yes. Much more expensive for this versus Wingstop, so... I would
Total
say
waste,
Wingstop. Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Pretty good, actually. But yeah. Let's see what else we got here. How do the Elks Lodge wings compare to those? Oh, I prefer the Elks Lodge over these, I think.
Oh,
personally.
100%.
Yeah.
I gotta say
Definitely.
that the honey whiskey sauce was really good.
Honey whiskey was really good. It was really sweet. I really liked I think it was the sriracha lime one.
Okay,
That one was really good.
I didn't get that, but the lamb was really good.
Yeah, I didn't get lamb. I just had the wings, but the sriracha lime was really good. Yeah. Just Brick says Wingstop's so good.
B-Dubs is just the place all my college friends went. I assume that is like a slang name for Buffalo Wild Wings.
I would assume so, yeah. I'm thinking. Paul said, oh man, if only the Lego stores were open in the Netherlands, we're lockdown mode, only food and other important stuff. Yeah, right now we are
At least
actually...
here. No, I think
We're
we
no
can
longer-
do outdoor dining again.
Oh, you're right, actually. We can do outdoor dining again. That just opened up like last week, I think, sometime. I don't know if the Lego store's open right now. I know the Apple stores are closed, but that's a voluntary closure. I feel like the Lego stores are probably open. Actually, yeah. The one in downtown Disney is for sure open. I know that.
Huh.
So
They're probably actually getting pretty decent business. Well, actually, no, because right now Disneyland is like a vaccine super center. And I was thinking they're probably getting pretty good business because everybody's coming through the parking lot. But I realized they're probably
but going
not.
through the parking lot, you don't have to enter downtown Disney.
I was going to say, first of all, I think the age bracket's probably a little off.
Right.
And
that's true.
and you don't have to walk through.
Ben says, random question. You ever come across the 2x6 tiles? I have. I think we have them in black and white right now. When I was a kid, there were no such thing as 2x6 tiles. I don't even remember 2x4 tiles.
Oh, I
You
remember
had to put
those.
2x2 tiles next to each other to get a 2x6.
No,
Or
there
is it
were 2x4s.
There were?
There were
Okay.
definitely 2x4s.
But yeah, 2x6, brand new. Haven't seen those. The Brick Room, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I have food in my mouth. Yeah, Paul says got some white and black. Same thing here, white and black 2x6 tiles. Sorry. Chewing very loud.
I can hear you.
Ben says, do you find they sell well?
First of all, hello, Brick Room.
I think I said that.
Okay.
I don't think we've had them that long, and I don't think I packed an order with 2x6 plates yet, or tiles. Not that I remember.
No, I don't think I have either.
Just Brick says 2x4 tiles were first produced in 2010. Okay.
Yeah, we'd have some.
So we probably had a few then, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember many. Actually, I personally don't remember any of those. Definitely no 2x6. I think Ben said those were brand new. But said he sold a lot in the last few weeks. I'll PM you something. Cool. Yeah, we haven't... I don't know. I don't think... We haven't had them for a long time, though. I just parted them out the other day. I don't know if those were the first ones we had, but yeah. All right. Is that it then? We have to upload these pieces. We won't do that on the stream here. We've been going for about 2 hours now, just under 2 hours. About an hour and 56 minutes or so, it looks like. Give or take a little bit of time. All right.
Let's see. Ben T says he also loves Paul Source Jr.
Yeah, Paul Source Jr.
Right.
was awesome. He still makes stuff, I think, actually.
Oh, it's Rhett, not Brett. I don't watch them. I don't
They're
watch
so
them.
good. They're so good. Rhett and Link, though, yeah.
Okay.
Rhett and Link. They are awesome. I love them so much. Like, that would be maybe the one reason I would go move to LA. No, that's not true. There's many other reasons. But, like, if that opportunity came where I could go work and shoot for them or produce for them or whatever it is, maybe that would happen. Or I'd commute. I don't know. I'm not a fan
Evan
of
will
LA.
never move. Evan will never move.
Not a fan of LA. Cool. I will check it out, Ben. Thank you so much. I think that's probably going to be it then for the stream.
Don't
we are
forget
going to be
voice
doing
chat.
a voice chat pretty soon. I'd say, what do you want to say? Maybe 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to wash my hands and remove everything from my fingernails.
Yeah, so 5 or 10 minutes. If you guys are part of the Discord, we will be starting a voice chat. and we should probably announce that. Maybe do an ad everyone
Yeah.
or something. Where everyone can chat. We'll be in there for a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and we'll talk with you guys. I haven't done this before. This is weird, actually. I hope it's not too busy, but also, everyone come on and join.
Yeah.
Is there a way to
Limit the amount of people?
no, like how does organization work? We'll figure
Not
it out.
well.
We'll
is the
figure it out.
answer.
It just sounds like one massive phone call.
Yeah,
One massive
it's-
Skype call. All right, cool. You did miss most of the stream, unfortunately, Just Bricks, but you can go back and watch it later. We parted out a small set, and then we'll upload that after. But you guys showed up. That's what's important here. So I think we're gonna call it here now, and then in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so, we will have the voice chat going. And does that stay open forever then?
Yeah.
So you can just pop in and out whenever you want.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually. All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you all. Well, we'll see
Wow,
those of
stream
you
is
who are...
really delayed today.
It is?
Watch.
It's like 5 seconds. That's pretty good. Anyway,
No,
we'll start the Discord thing.
Okay.
in just...
When I went to go get the food on
Yeah.
my parents' screen, I was still sitting down.
Okay, but they might have. They might be delayed. Who knows? It doesn't matter. You guys are all watching, and that's what matters. Thank you guys. We'll see you all hopefully in a few minutes in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, you can join it with the link below, and we'll have a voice call, which will be pretty interesting. We'll see how this goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you all in a couple minutes or in the next stream.